Oh yeah. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy early Christmas. It's very cold here in the Bay Area. See a few of you out there. Don't be shy. Say hi in live chat. Today's topics, we'll be talking about something called Harmonic SEO. Love it. My very special guest today, Joseph Kahn. And I think we got a very special performance at the end too. Right, Joseph? All right, guys. Be sure to say hi in the live chat. Let me know where you're watching from. We got a lot we'll be talking about today. All right. Joseph's in the chat. Super excited to be here, y'all. Happy Friday, fellas. Oh man, I think my dogs are going crazy. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
He's got a cool vibe music going on.
All right. Love the music and the vibe. All right, guys. Don't be shy. Say hi. Luther, hello. Stefan, hi everyone. Happy Friday. What's up, Dre? Merry Christmas. What's up, Ernesto?
That's funny. He has a noise maker that goes. Brum, 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 brum. Yeah, you know, like one of those things where you push buttons.
Hi, Joseph and Dre. Hannah Becker, hello.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, we got about 6 more minutes to go. Don't forget to get your shouts out. Today we'll be talking about something called Harmonic SEO, developed by Joseph S. Kahn of HumJam. Don't forget to visit today's sponsor, hrefs.com/AWT. Oh yeah, happy Friday, y'all. Did anyone get any of your early Christmas presents? Joseph, yeah, I got a shaver for my head. Love it. Our man Hobby is in here. Hi, Joseph and Dre. What is Harmonic SEO? Is it about SEO global ecosystem? We'll find out, Hobby. Stay tuned. Get your questions ready. We'll talk about everything that what entails in Harmonic SEO. It's a strategy developed by our special guest today, Joseph S. Kahn. We got about 4 more minutes to go. If you're just tuning in, don't forget to say hi in the live chat and let me know where you're watching from. 2022 is almost over. Got one more episode next week. It'll be actually on Thursday next week, guys. Ali, come on. Chili, what's up from Jersey? So Joseph, what type of shaver did you get?
It was a bulldog.
Bulldog.
Like,
is it one of those that it's like is it like one of those like palm gripping ones?
Yeah, it's like it grips in your palm and it curves around your head. It's really nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Normally I use like this, like kind of ladies shave their legs with.
Yeah.
But this is like nice. This is made for your head. So it was about time.
Love it.
That I did it right.
All right, guys. Don't be shy. Say hi in the live chat. Today we'll be talking about harmonic SEO, all parts of it. About keywords, content, email, social, CRMs, all that good stuff. Happy early Christmas, holidays. It's my birthday tomorrow, guys. Turning 44.
Oh my God.
I'm turning 44, guys. I'm turning 44 tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Just putting in a request for you to interview Exposure Ninja about branding. You'll love him. I think I shared a few of his videos on the show. I may have reached out, but maybe I have to reach out again. But yeah, I shared a few of his videos on the show. I got my birthday cakes from Joseph. Oh yeah. It's about that time. All right, guys, we got less than 1 minute to go. I'll see you on the other side. Today's topic, so we talk about harmonic SEO with a very special guest, Joseph S. Kahn. Don't visit today's sponsor, hrefs.com/AWT. Hobby, thank you for the birthday cakes.
Yeah, hey, time to get it started, no delay, let's work. Wanna see you be an SEO expert. Paul Andre De Vera, steady dropping knowledge. Over 15 years in the game, so he knows all about it. Master the art of SEO, you will be amazed. Time to get your brand off page to on page. Dropping knowledge, legendary for sure. Whether you're just getting started or self-employed entrepreneur. Yeah, let's go. Subscribe to the SEO video show. Hey,
hey, welcome welcome to another episode of the SEO Video Show, where SEO is alive and fun. My name is Paul Andre de Vera, aka Dre, and I curate SEO videos released in the past week. And it's about 1-minute clips. My favorite part of the show is when I get to introduce my guest, and my guest today is the co-founder of HumJam, Joseph S. Kahn. Before we get started, let's say what's up to everyone in chat. I see Hobby, Joseph, Ali, Hannah, Stefan, Ernesto, Luther, Kobe, and there's so much more. Thank you so much for visiting and watching the show today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And let's get on with the show.
This is Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. Why did Tiger Woods start studying SEO? To get his #1 ranking back.
All right. So first, with some Google news, Google just released a video today on, or early this week, on Google site names. Let's check this one out.
Site names make it easier to identify your website. The change makes site names much more visible while giving your page's title link a little bit more space. This feature is currently available on mobile in a specific set of languages. Your site may already be using the appropriate structured data. Read our documentation to find out more. Also, with this change, your site's favicon may be more noticeable, so it's good to double check that too.
How many of you are paying attention to your favicons? Okay, last week, Ryan Stewart shared his views on ChatGPT. This week, Clint Butler shows how he uses ChatGPT for SEO. Let's check this one out.
But it's great to pop in ideas and to look for. You can do your keyword research in here a little bit. You can create with the right prompts. You can create topic clusters with this thing, and here you can map out the scope of an entire website. Top 20 topics to write about on the topic of digital marketing. That's what I wrote, and look, it gave me 20 things. And knowing what I know about digital marketing and marketing in general, every one of these is on point. So now I have, at the end of the day, I have a thing that I could pass and go, all right, search engines, the strategies and tactics, and I can create a content outline for that. PPC, I can create content outlines for that and build this down. And technically, I could do my editorial calendar for the entire year based off of these 20 things. And I didn't have to research that list. It seemed like the right thing to do, right? So you can actually do that for pretty much anything.
Be sure to watch the full video on what Clint's SEO this week. He drops a lot of knowledge bombs in there, so you got to kind of pay attention. It's kind of a Q&A type of show, so be sure to watch that. I'm with Clint on using AI to help create content ideas and clusters, and using humans for the content itself. I mean, don't forget to write in the first person, and you can use experiences to establish your EEAT. Okay, reverse keyword strategy by Nathan Gotch. Let's check this one out.
To use the reverse keyword strategy. Here's how to do it. Okay, so the reverse keyword strategy is actually quite simple, but it's really, really powerful. And the reason is because most people, when they try to do keyword research and they're trying to grow their organic traffic, they tend to focus on informational keywords because those usually have the highest search volume. And this isn't necessarily a problem. It's just, it's not the correct order that you should be doing this. It's not the correct order that we should be building out our keyword strategy. So what I like to do is I like to start at the bottom of the funnel here, and I like to work my way up. And so instead of starting up here at the top of the funnel, we start right down here. And the reason for that is because we want to focus on these transactional or investigative keywords first, and then build our entire strategy around that. So what you're looking at here is an example for a business that actually sells pans for cooking. And so it's actually called the Always Pan. And what I'm doing here is I identified keywords at each stage of the searcher journey. So at the bottom of the funnel here, we have where to buy the Always Pan. So this is a very transactional keyword, and it has transactional intent. So when someone searches this, they're very close to actually making a buying decision. So we really want to attack this keyword.
I love this idea by Nathan. By doing keyword research for different parts of the funnel is critical in enterprise SEO. Okay, when you're trying to reach new markets with SEO, Kevin Indig shares his insights. Let's check this one out.
Say the first thing to look at the market is just what's the kind of search behavior. And I would do that by translating and localizing my keyword sets. So I'd give them to a native speaker, ideally somebody who lives in the country, and see, are we talking about the same query syntax? Are people using the same terms to search, or are there different phrasings that I cannot foresee if I'm not a native or local speaker? So I think this localization of keywords is incredibly important. And then, of course, how strong is the brand in that specific market? At Shopify, for example, we had a very, very precise understanding of our brand strength in all the different markets. And we knew exactly where we have to maybe run more ads or collaborate with more influencers or just run more marketing campaigns to get more awareness. And that always had a positive impact, not just on SEO and direct traffic, but also things like backlinks and how we were covered in the media. So I think this idea of brand strength is really important.
I love localizing keywords for all my enterprise SEO clients and companies I've worked at. Creating a multilingual site will tap into new markets, even if your company does not have global offices. So be sure to check that one out. Okay, the last video for today is we always talk about increasing CTR and well-crafted meta titles here on the show. Here's an interesting take by Simon Elker. Shares an interesting angle to get more clicks. Let's check this one out.
Like to call negative titles. See, the title tag on the headline is what's outside in Google and what people sees. And by using that negatively, then there is a higher chance for you to get a click, because people wonders what's wrong with this? Why is it different? And of course, negative is not in the negative and positive way, like something is bad or good, but just negate the title so it's opposite of the others. So if the general consent in Google is this is good, this is good, this is good, then you can say here's why this is bad. And if the general consent is it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, then here is why this is good. Maybe a title right now, because Andrew Tate is very popular, but it's hated by everyone, then a topic could be, here is why Andrew Tate is a lovely person and is a good person, or something. I don't know.
I love this idea of doing opposite of what we see in the SERPs. I mean, that's how you can always stick out. However, my guest today likes harmony in his SEO strategy. So before we introduce a guest, here's a word from our sponsor. Are you sick of your competitors outranking you in the search results? Your solution is Ahrefs Webmaster Tools, and it's free $99. This isn't one of your 14-day free trial offers. Instead, it's a super powerful tool that'll do a full website audit for you and keep working for you for free. It'll scan your site and prioritize precisely what you need to fix and improve for your search results. Visit ahrefs.com webmaster-tools for this free tool. Find the link below, and by checking our sponsors, you support this show. Now let's introduce our guest. Joseph is an award-winning marketer of 25 years of experience in SEO, content marketing, and digital marketing. He's the creator of Harmonic Strategies to help clients succeed. He was named Leader of the Year for John Maxwell's company Maximum Impact in 2003, two-time Microsoft Pinnacle Award winner, and voted Best Internet Marketer at World Internet Summit. He's a contributing author in the SEO 2023 book. Please welcome the president of Home Gym, Joseph S. Kahn.
Ding, 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 ding. So funny.
Joseph, my man.
Wow.
Welcome to the show.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Everyone, let's give a round of applause. Welcome,
Amazing.
Joseph. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. This is the first question I ask all my SEO professionals that come on here. In 1 minute or less, how does Joseph get ranking on page 1 of Google?
I use a harmonic ranking formula to get to one page, and that's basically establishing user intent. I mean, that's the big thing that everybody's talking about right now. Once you got the user intent dialed in, you build the chord. I call it a harmonic chord, and that chord is just making sure that you dial in the right title tag, use the right social media connection, use the right blog post, there's the email campaign that goes out. Everything has to kind of go in harmony. And now that Google is adding that extra E to EAT, that expertise, the experience, that kind of stuff, added on to that works just an additional flair into that harmonics, meaning not just one thing ranks your content at the top. It's a whole chord of things that rank your content at the top.
Love it. First knowledge bomb today. We'll go a lot more deeper into that later on. But before we get started, let's rewind this real quick. Hold on. Joseph, take us way back into the time when did you first get into SEO?
I first got into digital marketing. I guess you could call it SEO because it started with HTML 1.0 back in 1994. That was my first website that I ever put online, and it legitimately is still ranking for the keywords today and is still online in the same capacity in which I created it in 1994. And it's crazy. That's called castorwarehouse.com. If anybody puts it in, don't destroy it. It's been there for a long time. But that was kind of what got me in from back in the day. Now, Google, going to the Google days, I was the CIO for John Maxwell. You had mentioned that in the introduction. And we tackled leadership back when it was Netscape and AOL and different things like that. But then Google came into play. And we were number one on leadership early on. Not anymore. I mean, that's a really tough keyword. Like, to be number one in leadership, we're probably in the top 10 position on that. But back in the day, that was a early on strategy. And I say back in the day, that was early 2004, 2003. It became a top strategy to make sure you were found in Alta Vista and Jeeves and Google, and Microsoft had a tool. So we were definitely targeting to be listed, but we were using everything from keyword scraping to, using the, not the style sheet trick back in the day. We were using white text where you couldn't see it to stuff keywords. We were doing all the black hat stuff because it was easy to do.
Yeah.
Like, you could stuff keywords and it was instantly, you were ranking the next day, it was like, and then Google, became this engine to start defeating that. It was like it became a game. Google's like, oh, you can't do that anymore. Well, what do we do? Well, then now you got competitors who's coming in, so it became this game. And so, but pause that. We didn't get HumJam into place until the early on in the pandemic. I left kind of the internet marketing world and became a drummer for a rock band. That's kind of what I did. Rock band, we got signed. We went on tour. My now CEO for our company was my drum tech for this rock tour. So it's that's funny. So that's why all the harmonics, when we got into this company, we were like, what makes a band work together? Rhythm, velocity, harmony, what people want. It's filling the auditorium. So we decided to create the idea that, we're not going to go into competition with Google. Google's an auditorium, just like you wouldn't go into competition with the Fox Theater. Where we're in competition is the people trying to occupy the top spot or the headlining spot of the Fox Theater. So what does the Fox Theater want? They want what people want, right? So this whole idea of creating the chords and what people want and ideas of getting the top spots that feature you in the auditorium so that you can play your content, your craft, your song. That's how we created the harmonic ranking signals. And apparently they worked. Apparently that's what Google thought was awesome too. So, but this was back in 2000. This was just before the pandemic. No longer could you be on tour. Like, you couldn't be, like, they shut everything down. No longer could you be a rock star in the pandemic. So that's when my partner said, hey, let's start an SEO business.
Really? Oh, just like that. Just
like that. It was just like that. He's like, didn't you used to be a big time internet marketer with John Maxwell and used to do all this stuff? Didn't you used to do that? I'm like, no, I'm a drummer. He's like, no, but didn't you used to do all that? I'm like, yeah. He's like, let's start a digital marketing business. Like, what else are we going to do?
Love that. So I mean, let's kind of bring it back back again. Where what actually like how'd you actually learn it then? So back then you were doing SEO or internet marketing. So what were you like your learning? What were you learning and how'd you learn it?
Right. So this is the great thing is that, so I knew HTML and stuff like that. I was a Microsoft developer back in the day, but then post Rockstar, being a drummer, post Rockstar phase, when my partner said, hey, I got a friend here in Miami. I forget his name. He's doing SEO for this local business and he's killing it. He goes, do you want to do that? Do you want to get into business with me on that? And this was pre-pandemic. And so I said, sure. You know, I remember the SEO game. I remember what that was like back in 2005, 2006, you know, sure. So my very first thing that I did was went to Moz.com, went to Ahrefs.com, went to the things that went to SEMrush.com, went to these things that I remember back in the day. And literally, Moz was giving away free certifications. They're like, hey, we're having a pandemic sale right now. And what was the pandemic sale? Free. So it's like, that, sign me up. So legitimately pre-pandemic, Moz, Ahrefs, SEMrush, everybody was giving free certifications, free training, free try us longer. I think even Ahrefs had a longer trial than they do now. Like they gave longer trials. They tried to get people while they were sitting at home learning tools and doing things. So that's legitimately, we started getting certifications, and I'm a nerd and got addicted to the certification. So I didn't just get one, I got 25 of them. And because they were all free. So Blue Array Academy was like a $2,500 certification, gave it away for free. So I got it. Like, I'm like, everybody who's giving certifications away, I was signing up and doing it and spending the time and the energy. And then a previous client, pre-John Maxwell, was Bugs Bunny, ChuckJones.com. And that guy said, hey, you're doing SEO now. Can you do us? And so legitimately, instantly, we became the Bugs Bunny SEO person. We rank now for over 10,000 #1 rankings for everything from Roadrunner to Daffy Duck to, you know, all kinds of stuff. That was our testing ground. We got to take our 25 certifications and now have ChuckJones.com and the whole Bugs Bunny crew to test our theories on. And so that's kind of why we started doing what we're doing right now. It's just, it became fun and it was entertaining, and we had Daffy Duck to cut our teeth on.
Damn! Man, 25 certifications? Good Lord. All right. So, I mean, I see like other resources, like, I see you wearing an IMG shirt. I mean, that's Internet Marketing Gold. It's a group. And so, like, can you tell us, like, so are you like an instructor in there, or is you part of the community? Yes. So tell us about like IMG and maybe other resources that you actually, or communities that you're a part of.
Yeah, so I'm an instructor there, but the magical thing about becoming an instructor there is kind of how we ended up participating in the community is that early on, back in that day, SEO Power Suite, the tool, gave away their tool for free to try for longer than 30 days. And so I got to know the creator. His name's Alex, one of the creators of the tool, because I kept asking him questions. I mean, I'm like hammering questions. So he's contacting me. His name's Alex, and he goes, well, let me put you in touch with this other girl. Her name was Anessa Buck, and some of you may know her. She runs kind of the social media for SEO Power Suite. Mm-hmm. She said, let me contact this Joseph guy. And so she contacted me, and she goes, hey, look, we're looking for somebody. I know you got all these certifications just recently. We're looking for somebody to create a course for SEO Power Suite. Are you interested? And I said, yes. So I'm like, do I get to work with Alex and create this SEO fundamentals course using SEO Power Suite, the tool? And she said, yes. So I got to work directly with Alex and the creator of SEO Power Suites to create a fundamentals SEO course. And so that's basically was my first SEO real project in the community that is now in I Am Gold. That course is the SEO fundamentals course, and I Am Gold, but it uses SEO Power Suite as the complete tool to run all of your SEO campaigns. Everything about your SEO campaign is in that tool, in that training. And it's now on YouTube for free too, on my channel and on SEO Power Suite's channel. And if you're in I Am Gold, you can get that training.
Love it, love it. For those that don't know,
and I did this early on in my career. So I had a beginner's mind when I created that course, because I was thinking that for fundamentals and beginners that they would be thinking. And so that's what she was thinking. So it was created with a beginner's mind and questions and everything. So it's like, if you're a beginner, that's a perfect course to go through.
Love it. And your YouTube is your name, right? Joseph S. Kahn.
Yes.
That's backslash from YouTube. All right, guys, be sure to check that one out. I want to go right into Harmonic SEO. This is something that you developed and you actually branded this, which is actually pretty cool because now, like when someone talks about Harmonic SEO, it came from you. So I want, first of all, tell us kind of a breakdown of Harmonic SEO, and then we're going to go in deep of how you actually do keyword intentions and how you create your content and stuff like that. So first, tell us what is Harmonic SEO. I know you kind of told us a little bit in the very beginning, but let's get in deeper.
Yeah. I stole my own thunder, but the very first part of that Harmony is that user intent. Okay. Like if you're trying to book the Fox Theater, you need to know what the genre is, what people, the age group, what they're looking for, what they're interested in. You don't want to send your grandmother to a thrash concert. You know what I'm saying? And neither does Google. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's typing in dog training, you don't want to send them to cat biscuits. That's like the equivalent. So thinking through how can I apply, my musical success and stuff like that into the new, what Google wants. And I thought Google wants what everybody else wants when you're selling content, video, whatever. It's like the entertainment world. So that's why the number one part of the chord is user intention. And magically, it became a strong thing. We started out with user intention as a big thing 3-4 years ago when we started. All of a sudden, everybody started making that the number one thing 2 years later. We were like, that was the number one piece of our chord from the very beginning. I mean, you can't sell a concert ticket unless you know who you're selling it to, right?
Yep. Okay, so let's go deeper in the in your keyword intent. So like what's your process of figuring this out? Like how do you find your keyword intent? What's your research process?
Yeah, so we're training local businesses right now on this, and the keyword intent is honestly talking to the prospects and getting in the prospect's mind as much as possible, and that's the magic of what we can do as SEO. AI, I saw your AI thing with Clint Butler. It was amazing. I'm using ChatGPT like crazy. But what ChatGPT can't do is figure out the nuances and see the little things that I can see as a human. And that is user intention or figuring out what you may be thinking. I can ponder what my prospect may be thinking. And that's where everybody's doing it wrong. Meaning everybody's going, say, HVAC services, and they're writing about HVAC services. Rarely, if you have a problem with your swamp pump, are you looking for HVAC services in a logical way. You're looking for my floor is damp and collecting mold. How can I fix this? That's what we can do as humans. AI can't do that.
Yep.
So that's what we do in our harmonic chord. We don't want to know, are you hurting? Are you feeling love seeking or love strong as a musician? We want to know the details of how bad you're hurting. We want to know, do you want to rip those tires? And, we want to know, are you angry about this? That's how we write the user intent, the user song. We pontificate how upset is that person when we write a love song, or how much or how bad is that person going through an issue when we're writing a plumber article. You know what I mean? We put ourselves in the person's perspective and say, what do we think they're thinking? And that is what ChatGPT can't do. I've asked ChatGPT, what am I thinking right now? It says, I don't know.
Oh, man. All right. Keyword intent. All right. Love that. So you do more of like just really like interviewing your clients, right? So kind of getting just really bringing out the problems. And so it's more of a person-to-person type of research for your keyword intention.
It always is. And what we're training our agencies is on in that onboarding phase, you got to get with the client. You got to say, put yourself in your customer's shoes. Put yourself in their shoes. Think about what their problems are. And if you don't know, call them in. Bring a focus group in. Get 2 or 3 of your customers in and say, look, when you found me, like get them in a focus group. Well, I don't know why people don't do that in today's day and age, but we should be doing more focus groups. They do it when they are writing songs. We want to figure out, what do people want? If you're trying to write a hit song, you get focus groups together. You know what I mean? Yep. You want to understand what people are interested in, what people want. So it's all about that. And that's where all the hidden nuances of, I found keywords that had like 300 or 400 search volume, super low keyword difficulty, super targeted to the problem, converted 89%.
Wow, there you go, guys.
But
Be
nobody
sure.
knew about it.
Yeah, 'cause
Nobody
it's
knew about
conversation,
that
right?
phrase. Remember how many people, what did Google say? How many searches that they don't even know exist, right?
Yeah.
How many times? I mean, there's these phrases where we find, because we're humans, that the ChatGPT can't find. But when you find them, you're like, oh my God, that's why they hired us. You know what I mean? Like, they hired us because we can see this stuff. You know what I mean? We can see, look at this keyword, look at this intention. And once you dial that in as a keyword focus, everything else builds the chord from there. The chord just goes from there. It's easy. It's templated. We have it all on templates. That's how easy it is.
All right. So I'm talking about the chords. The second part of the chord of the harmonic SEO of your SEO strategy is content, right? Getting the content, the
Yes.
SEO content. So tell us more about that.
Which, yeah, that's made up of what we call, and I know this is going to be geeky, but scales and rudiments. And rudiments are what you do in drumming, where you've got these patterns or these rhythms or whatever. And of course, Google wants to see everything in a rhythmic and structured way. Music also, we want to hear a verse, we want to hear a chorus, and so we create the headline is the title of the song. You know, that matches the user intent, the title of the song. What's the person going to relate to the most is the title, okay? And then from there, you know, you go down to what's the intro to the song? What's going to get the person into it? Okay, we use AIDA, which is attention, interest, desire, action, as a formula.
Okay.
What's going to pull the person in the song? Now, you know, and I know from an SEO perspective, the keyword needs to be in the title, needs to be in the intro, meaning we have to follow these rudiments. Like, we have to follow these things that we know make good music. And we know that the title, the intro, the body, the related LSI, NLP, contextual keywords that's, you know, entity related has to be in the body. You know what I mean? The picture, the video, the schema, these are all pieces where you're just creating the chord and making it better. The best music, as you probably know, just like your intro music has like groove into it, probably had 15 layers to it. If you could see it on a thing, you'd go, look at that layer, look at that layer. You had a rhythm layer, you had a tambourine layer, you had a vocal layer, that's what great SEO harmonics is adding the layers. We add the layer for the title down to the meta tag, down to the intro, down to the H2 tags, the H3 tags, the images with the alt text matching all that, meaning it's all layered, just like you're creating a tune in a harmonic way. And that's not where it stops. That's just now your content layer. You got your intention to start your chord. Now you have your content layer that's got great rudiments, great harmony. It's in tune. It's not, you know, when you hear somebody singing or playing, you're like, oh God, please stop. Your content is in tune. That's the first thing we got to do. Is get the song feeling like a song. You know what I'm saying?
All right, get in tune, guys. What was the framework you said you follow again? Is AIDA? And what was it? What does AIDA stand?
AIDA, which is attention, interest. So attention is the headline, the graphic. That, you know, that's because we want engagement. You know, you want your engagement to go up. So AIDA is the intention, which is that top graphic, the headline, and the interest part of it. So it's attention, interest is that first intro paragraph. That's to get them into it. You know what I'm saying? You could have a video up there, a table of contents, something that's going to build their interest. Then the desire is kind of sharing all the benefits and the richness about the articles, because ultimately we want them to take action. So every one of our things need a CTA. Google wants a CTA. They want you to go to a next thing. That's why they want you also in the rudiments is having clicks. You want links, internal links to other areas in your site. You want external links going to places of authority. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's better. Like, why do you think that if I want a hit song, I'm going to add cameos to it? I'm going to bring Dr. Dre onto it. I'm going to bring Katy Perry onto it. Why do you think that? Because those extra things are like authority links. They make me have credibility. You know what I'm saying?
Love that. So let's go to the next chord. The next chord is what is it? Email? Is it?
It can be, but it's generally social media, because you
social
can
media.
connect those to automated tools. Like, we connect those to tools that, well, once you blow down the blog post, it'll now connect it to go out on social media.
Okay.
You know, like a bakery. It's going through a bakery that's now, now that we've got the record mixed and ready to go, now we got to send it to the print house that's automatically printed and sent to distribution, which distribution is going to start with email, or start with social media, but that social media post, you can send an email out to the social media post that's linked to the blog post. Meaning these hops are also good because people take action and response and credibility based on the frequency and the amount in which they're exposed. So number one song don't become number one on the radio until you've heard it 7 times.
Yep. So on your social campaign strategy, so like how does that look like? Are you like, is it like are you using a software to like distribute it out, or how's that work?
Yes. Yeah, we're in the middle of creating our own, or in the mix with some developers creating our own Harmonic software for local business that will do this based on the agent taking pictures that will tag it and schema and do all this kind of stuff, and AI and some ChatGPT AI writing kind of tools will write all that out and post all that and do all that for local business. For regular business, we use a tool called SocialBee. I don't know if you've heard of SocialBee, but SocialBee is our tool that will, if you follow me on Twitter or whatever, you'll see that a lot of posts I'm sharing you, I'm sharing SERPstat, I'm sharing Ahrefs, I'm sharing SEMrush, I'm sharing a lot of stuff, but that's all done in an automated way from SocialBee. But anytime I post content to my blog, SocialBee will also spit that out to LinkedIn, to Twitter, to at the right timing. You know what I mean? But that will automatically happen, but that's a part of the cord, meaning it spreads out. If I create content, it'll automatically post to LinkedIn. It'll automatically post to and I'll have hashtags already pre-chosen, based on keywords and tags and stuff like that. But it will post on all of those things, and so people will see it in multiple places. You know what I'm saying? And Google loves that. That's a part of their algorithm because they it's trust. Remember the trust. And the more places that it's there and the more people engage and like it, the more people get into it, that builds the trust to that cord.
Love it. So what else is a part of the cord? Are we almost done there, or is it, there's still more pieces to your Harmonic strategy, right?
Yeah. So the email, so the automatic social media has to happen, but the email is a part of that harmony. If you have a list, and you should be collecting a list at some level, meaning email. Don't give up on email. Like people back in the day were like, email's dead. No, email is not dead. It's getting better, in fact. So CRM systems are great at connecting the dots with the telephone number at the top of the web page, the connect me that connects you to a CTA or call to action. So the CRM, the email component is on a list. You give good valuable content, but that good valuable content is what you're creating in the SEO world, the songs you're writing, and then your email, you're pointing you're writing also. And so Google, when they see Gmail, when somebody's opening Gmail and they're clicking on that link to your page, I don't know for a fact that that's a ranking factor, but my hunch is, based on our testing, that those email campaigns that go out, Google sees those clicks, and that's a part of the trust. I think that there's something to that, in that if you have 5,000 people clicking and going to your new article from your Gmail, and they're trusting it enough to click it, because keep in mind, there's an open ratio to the email, there's a click-through ratio to the email. You got to get that person's mind so interested in the content to click that link in your email. So Google thinks that if somebody clicks that link in the email, it must be trusted. Like, why not, right? Like, it takes so much for a user to click that link in the email. So you encourage the click in the email. And even in your social media, you encourage the engagement. You don't just say, hey, here's my free stuff. You say, hey, if you want my free stuff, ask me below.
Yeah,
get them to engage.
I do feel that too. Like, it's a signal, right? When you're getting referral traffic from anywhere, even from like Gmail. Exactly. Google can actually see that. I mean, I'm all about Google loves Google, so they'll
Google loves Google. Yeah.
So now you have your emails. Then there's one last part is the CRM, right? What's the CRM? How's the CRM fit in here?
The CRM is kind of your brain mechanics of it's the creepy factor, but it's only the creepy factor in that it's tracking and measuring and engaging, and it also meaning it's automating responses based on what the person is engaging and acting on. So it's mainly related to, it's as if Mariah Carey could know when you're playing All I Want for Christmas every time you play it. That's what a CRM is like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like understanding what is engaging, what's not engaging, and writing and creating your harmony based on that. Meaning it's the analytical part. It's the monitoring part. It's the understanding whether your songs are hitting or not hitting based on reviewing and looking at the data that's coming through your CRM. So when somebody's clicking, you're going to see that in your CRM. When somebody's going to the web page, you're going to see that in your CRM if you have it set up correctly. I think HubSpot will do that. I think we use a Go High Level system. There's lots of different systems that track everything that I'm talking about. But it's almost as if you are my client and you're in my database and you go to my blog post, I'm going to know that, and I could reach out to you and say, how did you like my blog post? And you're going to think that's creepy. But at the same time, I could also send you the next song knowing that you like that particular blog post, or the next blog post knowing specifically my engagement's going to go up, knowing that I can segment the list, segment my communication, segment who I send out based on your actions. And that's the last main harmonics, is not taking actions based on whims or whatever. It's taking action based on the feedback that you're getting from the market.
Love it, love it. Okay, guys, if you got any questions, please ask them in the live chat. I saw Hobby enter a bunch here. They're kind of related here. Let's see if you can help him out here. He's asking. Let me bring this onto the screen here. Check out his first one. See if you can help Hobby out here. He says, "What is the main goal of the Harmonic SEO marketing campaign for a new Hollywood movies?" So I'm guessing that if he wants to optimize for Hollywood movies, how can he apply this Harmonic SEO?
Man, I would love to work. I'm a movie maker myself, to be honest. So I would love that. But in reality, it's kind of to focus on who's the movie about. Like if it's Lord of the Rings, who is the fan base? Okay, so I would start there. Who is, like, if I was looking at the producer, the writer, or whatever, who are you writing for? Who is the fan base? Let's dial that in. Let's know their heart. Let's know their feelings. Let's know who they are so that we can get some insights into, because if it's Hollywood movie, you may have a lot of competition. So we want to be able to get into their heads. We want to become a #1 song, like where nobody knew it was coming, right? So the only way to do that is to get into the spirit of what's winning, what's hitting, what's ranking, what's the general populace feel right now in their heart. Can you dial into that? That's the first harmony, is dialing into the prospect's heart. Where are they at? Where's the market at? Where's your viewership going to be at? Who are they? Once you got that dialed in, then you do what I did the formula. You create the content based on the ADA and based on, what makes great rudimental content with scales and rudiments and stuff like that. You just follow good SEO practices. You know what I mean? You know what Google wants. Just be a good librarian. But your librarian is built on that first heart space that you originally acquired. Now you're building the robotic stuff around the human part of the first part. So you dial in the first part, and then you can just create the robotic machine to run the first part. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would dial that in. So I'd build the campaign. I would dial in the intentions. I'd get that really clear. And then I would just dial in what is the content? What's the videos? What's the promo that's going to go promoting that movie? Promoting that thing that you got coming out.
Love it, love it. Hopefully, Hobby, that helps you.
I'd write episodes around it. In reality, I would create like maybe 12 episodes that's promoting the movie, and it would all be teasers. And the teasers would all be generated based on their intentions.
There you go. There you go. Love it. Love it. Okay. So I didn't see any other questions come in here. So I wanted to go ahead and ask the question that I ask all my SEO professionals that come on here. If someone wants to get into the SEO game, become an SEO professional, what would your advice be to them?
My advice would be to do what I did, just because there's a lot of free training. So the first advice, however, is to find a mentor. And what I mean by find a mentor, and then the second thing is going to help you do that, finding the mentor part, is find a person like this show, like you mentioned Gotch, like Clint Butler, like Nathan. I think you mentioned Nathan, and different people like that. Find somebody that you can relate to, that you identify with, that you can go deep with and learn. So find a mentor, okay? And so if they're connected to a tool like Ahrefs or SEMrush or whatever, then dive into that tool, meaning learn that tool. If that's your mentor, if that's the person you're going after, dive into their tool. Now go through their academy. Now do the test trial, now try to make some sense of it. That's how I would start off first. And then there's some really good people like SEO Sly and SEO Chatterblog that also are some great places for beginners to get started.
Love it. Okay, so I want to go ahead and to make this episode feel complete for you. Any last, any comments? How can people get a hold of you? Please, the stage is yours.
Yeah. So to get Joseph S. Kahn is on all the socials. So from Facebook to just josephskahn.com. Now, if you go to bio.josephskahn.com, that'll take you to one of those link trees that will share all of my socials, meaning my YouTube video, Twitter, everything will be on bio.josephskahn.com. But if you go to josephskahn.com and get on my list, then the second page will also show you all the other places to contact me or whatever. So josephskahn.com or anything, twitter.com/josephskahn, YouTube/josephskahn. And the reason why the S is important is because there's already a famous guy named Joseph Kahn.
I saw that. When I was looking for videos, I was like, oh, I see that. That's why there's S come to it. Love it.
That's why the S is there. Yeah.
Love it. So, okay, this show is all about playing music, and I love showcasing my guest talents. And you play the drums, right?
Yeah. I'm a drummer, and I'm here without my drums. Of course, there's no drums back here. But what got me into drums early on in my day was playing the spoons.
All right.
And the rhythm that was playing in the beginning of the thing was something like this. You can hear it in the song. Go back to the song and you hear it. That was one of the layers in the song.
All right, Joseph. All right, thank you so much. Can you hold on for one quick second? So before I sign off real quick, hold on just one quick second. All right, guys, that concludes another episode of the SEO Video Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And next week will be on Thursday. Our guest is all the way out in Thailand, so we want to make sure. I think it's Thailand. Well, somewhere in Asia, but be sure to come by Thursday evening. All right, peace out, guys.
Thank you for watching. Hope you come back next week. Make sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss a thing. Hope you learn something new, cause the vibe is incredible. From the special SEO professionals, SEO video show. Let's work. Want to see you be an SEO expert. Paul Andre DeVera helping you step it up. No delay right now. Time to level up. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe.
Merry Christmas, Stefan. See you guys next week.